I'd like to know how far this message will travel. Comment where your home, your refuge of peace, is. Tell me when you usually watch these videos. While doing the dishes, at work, in the bathroom, or right before falling asleep, when the world finally goes quiet. I'm curious because I think I already know the answer. You're probably home right now, or wishing you were. And there's something beautiful about that. This isn't a video about productivity hacks or social anxiety. It's not about fixing anything. It's about understanding something instead. The pull of home. The gravity of your own space. The way your shoulders drop when you close the door behind you and the outside world disappears. Some people don't get it. They think staying home means you're hiding, but maybe you're not hiding at all. Maybe you're just found. The world has an opinion about how you should live. It says, go out, be seen, stay busy, stay relevant. It glorifies the grind, the hustle, the weekend plans, the social calendar filled to the brim like a trophy. The world is loud. It moves fast. It expects you to keep up. And for some people, that works. They thrive in the noise. They recharge in crowds. They feel alive when surrounded by motion. But not everyone. Some of us recharge differently. The world screams, and some of us whisper back. We find our energy in stillness, in the space between words, in mornings that unfold slowly, with no agenda but to exist. There's no shame in that. It's just a different rhythm, a quieter pulse. Out there, everything is performance. You smile when you're tired. You laugh when you're overwhelmed. You say, I'm fine when you're anything but. But at home, you don't have to perform. You can just be. And maybe that's not laziness. Maybe that's honesty. Maybe it's the most honest thing you do all day, coming home and letting the mask fall, letting your face relax into its natural expression, the one nobody else gets to see. There's something sacred in that, something rare, because how often do we get to be completely unfiltered ourselves? Not the work version, not the social version, not the version that says the right things and laughs at the right moments, just us, raw, tired, real. Your home is more than walls and furniture. It's a reflection of who you are when no one's watching, of what matters when the noise fades, of the version of yourself you protect from the world. There's a feeling that happens when you step inside. Your body knows it before your mind does. Your breathing slows, your jaw unclenches. The weight you've been carrying all day starts to lift. It's not magic, it's safety. Someone once said, I like to stay home because I made it cozy, full of things I spent time selecting and collecting, things I love. And isn't that the whole point? You chose the couch. You picked the mug. You hung the picture on the wall because it meant something to you. Every small choice is a confession. This is who I am. This is what brings me peace. This is the life I'm building when no one's looking. Your home smells like your favorite candle, like coffee in the morning, like rain through an open window. It sounds like your playlist, like pages turning, like the hum of the fridge at 2 a.m. It feels like you. And that's not something you can find anywhere else. Not in a crowded bar, not at a party, not even with people you love. Because home isn't just a place. It's the only place where you don't have to translate yourself. Think about that for a second. Everywhere else, you're translating, adjusting, code switching between versions of yourself. At work, you're professional. With friends, you're fun. With family, you're whoever they need you to be. But at home, you speak your native language, the language of comfort, of truth, of I don't have to explain this to anyone. You can eat cereal for dinner. You can wear the same shirt 3 days in a row. You can cry during a commercial, and no one will ask you why. You can be messy and complicated and contradictory, and the walls don't judge you, they just hold you. Let's talk about who we are. The ones who choose home, the ones who prefer it. We're the observers, the thinkers, the people who notice things others miss. We're not antisocial. We're selectively social. We're not boring. We're just content. We find joy in the small things. The way light moves across the room in the afternoon. The ritual of making tea. The satisfaction of finishing a book, a show, a thought. We don't need constant stimulation. We are the stimulation. Our minds are loud enough. Someone once said, home is paradise for me. There's no place I'd rather be. It's cozy, safe, and literally my favorite place. I hate going out and socializing. And you know what? That's okay. Some people call it isolation. I call it peace with delivery options. We're not missing out. We're opting out of the pressure, the small talk, the exhausting dance of being on all the time. We're choosing something else instead. Depth over breadth, meaning over noise, presence over performance. We're choosing ourselves, and that's not sad. That's brave, because it takes courage to go against the grain, to say no when everyone else is saying yes, to sit still when the world tells you to move. It takes strength to know what you need and honor it, even when it doesn't look like what other people need. Some people need people to feel alive. We need space, and both are valid. We're the ones who find magic in routine, who turn ordinary moments into rituals. The first sip of coffee isn't just caffeine, it's ceremony. The evening walk around the house isn't aimless, it's meditation. The way you arrange your books, fold your blankets, light your candles, these aren't chores. They're love letters to the life you're creating, to the peace you're protecting. We're not hermits, we're architects, building a life that feels like home, one small choice at a time. There's a difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is when you're alone and it hurts. Solitude is when you're alone and it heals. People confuse the two. They see someone who stays home and assume they're lonely, isolated, cut off from life. But that's not always true. Sometimes the person at home is the most connected to themselves, to their thoughts, to the life they're actually living, not the one they're supposed to want. The house is not a cage. It's a mirror where you finally see yourself clearly. Peace isn't the absence of people, it's the presence of self. When you're comfortable being alone, something shifts. You stop needing validation from the outside. You stop performing for an audience that isn't even paying attention. You start to hear your own voice again. And that voice, it's been waiting for you. Being alone teaches you things. It teaches you what you actually like, not what you're supposed to like. It teaches you who you are when you're not reacting to someone else. It teaches you that you're enough. Just you, just this, just here. And that's not something you can learn in a crowd. There's a quietness that comes with solitude. Not the absence of sound, but the absence of noise. The difference is important. Noise is chaos. It's voices talking over each other. It's opinions you didn't ask for. It's the world telling you who to be. Quietness is clarity. It's the sound of your own breathing, your own heartbeat, your own thoughts finally making sense. And in that quietness, you start to notice things. You notice what drains you, what fills you. What you've been carrying that isn't even yours. You notice patterns, cycles, the stories you tell yourself about yourself. And slowly, gently, you start to rewrite them. Not because someone told you to, but because you finally have the space to think. Here's the hard part. Not everyone can do it. There's a quote I think about often. If you can't stand being alone with yourself, don't expect other people to enjoy being with you. It's harsh, but it's true. If you can't sit with your own thoughts, if silence feels unbearable, if being alone makes you panic, then maybe the issue isn't the world. Maybe it's you. And that's not an insult. It's an invitation. Because solitude is practice. It's where you learn to tolerate yourself, to forgive yourself, to actually like yourself. It's where you stop running. A lot of people fill their lives with noise to avoid the quiet. They stay busy, they scroll, they call someone, anyone, just to not be alone. Not because they love people, but because they fear themselves, and I get it. The silence can be terrifying, because when it's quiet, you hear everything. The doubts, the regrets, the questions you've been avoiding. The voice that says you're not good enough, not successful enough, not loved enough. The memories that hurt, the mistakes you can't undo, the versions of yourself you've outgrown but still grieve. It's heavy, and it's easier to run, to fill every moment with distraction, with noise, with anything that keeps you from feeling it. But here's the thing. You can't outrun yourself forever. At some point, you have to stop. Sit down, look in the mirror, and say, okay, let's talk. And when you do, when you finally make peace with your own company, that's when home stops being an escape. It becomes a foundation. Because the relationship you have with yourself is the longest relationship you'll ever have. You can't break up with you. You can't ghost yourself. You're stuck together until the end. So you might as well learn to get along, and that starts in the quiet. In the moments when no one's watching and there's nowhere to hide. When it's just you and your thoughts and the courage to sit with both. It's hard, but it's worth it. Because the person you meet in that silence, that person is worth knowing. Maybe home isn't a place. Maybe it's a moment. The moment when your mind finally stops running. When you're not thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. When you're just here. Picture it. Rain against the window. A book open on your lap. The light is soft, golden, like it's filtering through honey. You're not waiting for anything. You're not trying to be anything. You're just present. And it feels like the first deep breath you've taken all day. That's home, not the walls, not the address, the feeling. Your home is the place where you don't have to explain yourself, where your silence isn't awkward, where your quirks aren't flaws, where your existence doesn't need to be justified. It's the place where you're allowed to be incomplete, messy, tired, human. And maybe that's what we're all looking for. Not perfection, not applause, just a place where we're allowed to be real. Some people find that in other people. Some of us find it in ourselves, and both are beautiful. There's a Japanese concept called ma. It refers to the space between things, the pause, the emptiness that gives meaning to what surrounds it. In music, ma is the silence between notes. In art, it's the blank space that makes the image breathe. In life, it's the moment you stop doing and just are. Home is our ma. The space we need to make sense of everything else. The pause that makes the noise bearable. The emptiness that isn't empty at all. It's full of us. Our thoughts, our dreams, our quiet, persistent existence. And that's enough. That's more than enough. So here's what I want you to know. If you love staying home, you're not broken. You're not missing out. You're not less than. You're just different. And different is okay. Some people stay home because that's where life finally makes sense. Where the world feels manageable. Where they can hear themselves think. And if that's you, welcome home. If this video felt like home, if it made you feel seen, understood, less alone, you can like it, or subscribe, or share it with someone who needs to hear this. But only if you want to. No rush, no pressure. This space will still be here, waiting for you, whenever you're ready, whenever you need it. Home always is.